Hi, I'm Dr. Paul Munsanje from Amara Aesthetics in Dublin and London, and I'm here to tell you about how to avoid bruises with Botox. With Botox, because you have to use needles, there is a risk of bruising, and there are ways to reduce that risk of bruising. Let's go through them really quickly. First of all, Arnica. I recommend using Arnica immediately after treatment and also taking Arnica tablets the morning and the next day or two after treatment to minimise any bruises that happen. I don't go for very big needles. I use the smallest needles that you can use, which are the same size as acupuncture needles. They're really small, so that reduces the risk of bruising. Also, I never go very deep with the needles. There's no need to go deeper than 1 millimetre or 2 millimetres for any injections of Botox. It goes without saying that if you have obvious veins that can be seen, which can often happen around this area, you shouldn't inject those. You should avoid veins, and that reduces the risk of bruising. A bruise is just blood underneath the skin, so if you cause bleeding, that causes blood to collect and that causes a bruise. So avoid the veins. Keep up the pressure. After every injection point, I always put pressure on the injection points to make sure that if you did inadvertently nick any little veins or capillaries, they're not allowed to bleed, therefore blood can't collect and you won't get a bruise as bad as you would have without pressure. Ice. Before and after treatments, I use ice to reduce the blood flow to an area. When there's less blood, there's less bleeding, and then there's less bruising. Avoid alcohol the night before or the day of treatment or the day after treatment. Alcohol is a natural blood thinner, so if your blood is thinned, it bleeds more, which can contribute to bruises. If you're on any blood thinners like aspirin or warfarin, this can increase the amount of bleeding you can have and therefore can increase the amount of bruising. So wherever possible, you stop those medications if possible. Okay, so that's my roundup of how to avoid bruises with Botox. If you enjoyed the video, please click like, and if you have any other questions, please comment below. Thank you very much. I'm Paul from Amara Aesthetics in Dublin and London.